Demetrio. I hope you had a good long weekend. I have a Crimes Against Humanity version of the super weapon meter, so I thought I would just jump into this real quick and show you. You see that it's filling up. I experimented with the, I think with the gradient, and then the overlay kind of finding the colors. This is also what happens when I don't have transparency from you. Like it gets awful. So I think here what I'm thinking, there's a couple things. So maybe I'll step back real quick. So one, you can see here we start out with the frame. So I go with the empty here, and I have the little glowy bit here. I wound up using additive blending here, so it can pop a little bit more against the whites. And then it then fills in with the inner wheel. So you can see the inner wheel there, and I'm throwing things into the super meter so I can see it progress. I turned off the programmatic coloring. And then we fill up and we switch over. So with that, we switch over to the super weapon being ready. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. Overall, I like the way I like the way that the wheel kind of the rotor rotates. I guess that's probably the way to say it. So just to show here without all a bunch of stuff here. So yeah, I like how it's going to stay like this for quite a bit in general. And then as you start filling up the meter, you can see what that does from that point. So I like those elements. I think it works, and I think it's worth putting in the work to do it. Okay, so so what I'm thinking base color wise, I think white is correct. We could have a tiny bit of color, maybe like for instance, I think what we could do here, right, is so we have the white here. We could probably go with the blue here. So I kind of want the green. Yeah, I like the green. Yeah, okay. So, and then what I'm thinking here is, overall, this would be the filled meter. So I think we go with the yellow for the fill bar itself. I like the accents of the green on both, only when it's full. So, and I think here what we can do is, we can basically pull this guy over and have something like this, right? So maybe just a little bit of color accent. I think that would totally be fine. Because then when the super meter is full, this color accent and this color accent kind of match this, will match the what's to come. So we possibly could do the same thing for instance, for this little nugget here. There's not an easy, great way to show this, so I'll just do it this way. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've already made Crimes Against Humanity today, so this is why you're the artist and I am just the guy that breaks the art. But maybe we do something like this, right? So the empty meter basically has a couple color accents, right? You can take all the color accents here. And then when it fills, it kind of like when it fills up with the yellow from the inside, which will be the backing. Then these little nuggets that are here when it's completely full, this turns from white to green as well. Bar is totally yellow. We stay with the big green rotor itself, which I think will be totally fine because it'll go from white to green. And I think that's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, I think so. A couple other small things here. Let me double check the card. Okay, tired guy. All right. Yep. Okay, inner bar. So I'll remove this because that no longer applies after I looked at that because we'll use the yellow. I answered your question about red. I also did the exploration with the gradient. Thank you for that. Please, when we're doing these things, we need to switch to the Kusanagi font. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna miss it at some point, and we have to go and redo the art again. And then the other big thing here is that the super weapon text is just too flimsy. I know the previous bar was pretty close, but we've lost a few pixels of resolution because of the underline. We can either make this thing bigger. You know, we need to switch to the font, obviously, so it needs to be a tad bit bigger. And if we have to drop the bottom line to make the super weapon text read better, I'm totally fine with that too. Other than that, I think we're ready for the next iteration. So, yeah, thank you very much. Talk to you soon.